10 minutes of glute and hamstrings. We got 3 exercises that we're gonna repeat 3 times. Go ahead and start lying down. Oh, you need a bench or a block and 1 medium to heavy dumbbell and a place to lay. Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes. All right, so you're gonna start in a bridge. I'm gonna walk my feet out farther in front of my knees. And I'm just gonna pull, activate those hamstrings, give myself a posterior pelvic tilt, pull, 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 pull. Feel those hamstrings activate. Try not to let the knees bow outward. I'm trying to keep the knees in alignment. If you're having a struggle with the knees going outward, put a block or a ball in between your knees. And now I'm gonna do some single leg work. And I'm just gonna abduct, lift one leg. And the tendency is for the weight to shift into the foot. Keep pulling this heel towards your butt. Hold, feel this in your glute, feel this in your hamstring, but don't feel it in your back. Pull that pubic bone towards the belly button. 3, 2, 1, and I'm gonna switch. Pull, pull, pull. I'm gonna reach that toe a little farther forward so I get a little more pull from that hamstring. Hands on the floor to help support. I'm just trying to turn on those hamstrings, those adductors, that glute. 4, 3, 2, 1, without dropping this hip. Hips stay in alignment. Okay, things are tight. Woo, they turned on. And now I'm gonna move into a strength with a stretch. So I've got 1 dumbbell. I'm gonna stagger my stance. Knees are in alignment with each other, not too far back, but right in alignment. This back leg is a kickstand, and I'm gonna reach this weight in front of my front leg. Slightly rotating to get a little more activation and stretch through this glute. I have dirt on me already. Inhale, weights on this front left heel. 80% of the work is on this leg. I'm gonna count that as 4, 5, 6, knees are in alignment. 7, weight is close to my leg, it's not far in front. My hips are behind my heel. I'm in a hinge. 10, 11, I feel it right here. 1 more. Switch sides. Oh, tight. In that hinge. My hips are even. I'm rotating at the mid-back. Back leg. Sorry, this leg here is like a kickstand. I'm going to show you from the front. My lat is still engaged on the side that's holding the dumbbell, so I'm not just dumping here. What's that, 6? I can wiggle my toes of the front leg. 10, 2 more. 12, okay. I'm gonna make that a little more strength and cardiovascularly focused. Original leg that I started with, a step up on the block. Don't have to make that a press. I'm pressing. I'm keeping the shoulders in alignment with each other, meaning the shoulder, the arm that's holding the weight is not hiked up to my ear. Ribs are wrapped as I press. The tendency is for this to flare to try to get it up. Just broke that movement up into 2 breaths. Did you hear that? Here's 1 breath. All right, I'm good for 1 more rep here. I wasn't counting because I was talking, but I feel like I got somewhere between 8 and 10. Switch legs, step, press. Sometimes I like my hand out here for balance and support, and watching myself in the mirror. Ribs are stacked over hips. My back leg is not doing most of the work, so you don't want to push too much off that back leg. If you can do no pushing, now this leg, do most of the work. This glute is going to do that work for you. Let's take 2 more. 2, lots of tactile feedback, meaning I'm touching the body parts that I know I want to cooperate. All right, and back to those curls. Now I'm gonna progress this a little bit. You can stay right where you were. Heel pulls towards the glute. I'm gonna abduct this leg as I pull this leg. This leg, left leg pulls, right leg abducts. 4, 3 without dropping this hip. 2, 1 more. Switch legs. Now to have this more hamstring focus, the heel is in front of the knee. For more glute focus, it's a little more underneath the knee. I'm pulling the heel towards my glute without actually moving it. 4. Alexa, how much longer on the timer? 3.
You have 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the
2. 1. Pull it in. All right, so we'll probably get through 2 circuits, not 3. Sorry, girls. All right. Left leg started. Left leg starts again. I like starting with my less dominant side when I can remember. Kind of sets the tone, sets the mental pace of where I'm at, because you are only as strong as your weakest side. Just like if you played team sports, you are only as strong as your weakest teammate. All the parts need to come to the party. I'll show you from the front. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Little shoulder blades down and back. Knees are staggered. You can put a band right above your knees. For the sake of time, I'm not doing that. But what that does is it would give you a little more glute med stabilization. You'd have to work really hard to keep those knees from touching each other. I know where I'm at. 2. 1 more. Yeah, done. All right. Left leg on the block. I'm gonna go for 8 to 10. Notice how I'm in a hinge as I step back. I'm never like this. I never come shoulder, hip, ankle. I stay right here. 3. Front leg does more work to get up than the back leg. Try not to let that back toe propel you with momentum too much. 1 more. All right, so as I'm running out of breath, you may notice I'm like catching my breath in between, like maybe adding a couple extra breaths, but I'm always Always exhaling as I step up and press. 5, I'm gonna finish. Alexa, timer off. 2 more. Watch that. Just rewind that. Did you hear how I just caught a couple breaths? And then exhale before there was movement. All right. I feel like I got a great 10-minute workout.